right, shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, double honor to the apostles and elders, great noble, to all the authors out there teaching the truth in this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children with abundance of the bias and never die. All right, this is Men of Valid Las Vegas Camp coming to you through the spirit of power Yahweh Bahashem outside. All right, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into camp. All right, and we're going to start off in the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 1. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. God, so the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is being pushed through the four corners of the earth. All right, so you're hearing this word everywhere, mainly by this platform of YouTube. All right, so you hear this word and you have the ability to hear it right now. But there's going to come a day where you're not going to be able to hearken unto this word and hear it by the mouth of the prophets. Abarat is how we be that number. All right, be those men of that number. Go ahead and pull Psalms 32. Or 37, 32. And pull Romans 10. So the wicked watches the righteous, seeking to slay us. All right, Abarat once again that we be of that number. All right, and because they watch these YouTube videos, learning the basically contact tracing, and seeing what we are teaching. All right, to see if we basically roughly paraphrase and be in the faith. All right, and adhere to the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, and making a physical sacrifice of our bodies. All right, and making that sacrifice to proclaim the downfall of America and all these other heathen nations. All right, Romans 10. Book of Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. So we're out here preaching that gospel of peace, all right, to the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Seminole Indians, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, as you see the sign behind us. All right, Salaki is a little bit windy out, but you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Americans, Panamanians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, the Argentinians to Chile, the Colombians to Uruguay, and the Mexicans. All right, and your biblical nationality would be Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. I was about to just draw a blank. It is Issachar. Yeah, God. This is verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. God, so that sweet song, that new song, all right, that new song is the new song is the scriptures, all right? The new song that we're singing is proclaiming the downfall of this system, all right? That America is going to fall by thermonuclear fire, all right? That the economy is going to crash, that the RFID is the microchip, is the mark of the beast, all right? Along with all these so-called miracles that they want to perform, like Elon Musk and his Neuralink, All right, and all these grown hormones and stuff and organs. All right, this is the downfall of America. We're living in those last days, whether you want to believe it or not, hear or bear it. Okay. But that is, we are in that time, Salakia, where hey, this word will be taken away. Look at Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. God, so you're seeing that now, all right? And there will be famines, all right? You're seeing in Texas right now, you're seeing a famine. It might not be full blown, all right, but you're still seeing those beginnings of famines in the land, all right, here in America. All right, for you Americans, this is why you're seeing this famine, because the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, roughly paraphrasing scripture, will not come back to him void. All right. All right, Salakia. But these are the things that you are seeing, all right? So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Guatemalans, all the way down to Mexican, Argentine, Chile, all right? You belong to the Most High, all right? Ultimately, it's about an elect you, all right, which is the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. 1/3 of the nation of Israel is who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ, all right? The Father's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. Is coming back for it. He's sending his son back for the people of Israel, and Israel alone. Right? Look at Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, says the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. God. So Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to send a famine of hearing the word, of hearing the gospel preached out on the highways and byways. All right, on this platform, YouTube. All right, and other platforms that brothers are on. All right, but the true prophets, the true words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will be taken away out of the land. All right? And you will run to and fro, seeking for the word. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, and to seek the word of the Lord. They shall not find it. God, so that's this whole planet. All right? Everybody on this whole planet, these Israelites, all right, even the heathens are gonna run to and fro trying to find the word. All right, find the word. Ultimately, it's not for them, but they'll seek to their false idols trying to find the word. All right, and then understand that their false idols don't have the word. They'll seek for the word. Okay, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna make it known and plain upon table. Verse 13. That day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. I'm gonna be looking for this word. When you guys finally want it, it ain't gonna be there for you. That's why you gotta get right now and repent. Yeah, so definitely repent. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it. So the elect have obtained it. They have grafted unto the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. They seen some brothers on the street corner. All right, on the highways and byways. All right, or they ran into somebody. A brother was reading a scripture, or however it happened. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai opened himself up unto you. All right, if you adhere to this word and have a love a true love, a genuine love for this doctrine. All right? If it is a sweet, sweet honey in your mouth. All right? If this is the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it will touch you. All right? If you are of that number, Salakia. If you're of the number of Aratzel, we be of that number, because many are called and few are chosen. But if you are of that number, all right, where many are called, this is going to adhere to your spirit. All right, it will adhere to your spirit. It's for you, and ultimately the selection of the elect to be selected by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but it will speak to you. So do the work. All right, whether you be a friend of the prophet, or whether you be friends of the prophet, or whether you be a wife, be a pillar of rest unto that prophet. All right, men of Israel, get out there and do the work. Stop second guessing. All right, this world don't give a damn about you. This world is fading away, and it's fading away quickly. Continue. And the rest were blinded, according as it is written, Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you're not of the elect, he made sure that you wouldn't receive this word. He made sure of it. All right? But if you do hear this word, all right, and you adhere to it to the best of your ability, obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, come back from your wicked ways. Stop committing adultery, okay? Eating abominable foods and delighting yourself in abominable acts. All right?
Book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 9. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto parables? Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
God. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai said he gave you the mystery. You, if you adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments, and this word has stirred up your spirit. All right, he's given it to you, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, you're not going to get in and you're not going to receive salvation by sitting back and twiddling your thumbs.
A lot of texts that know the truth, and they know better, but they don't want to stop doing wicked, man. They're just stuck in their own ways, stuck in this earthly flesh, because they don't want to do the work.
God, they just got and everything. God, no fear. They don't have that fear. That fear is not rooted in this. All right, they fear getting pulled over by Esau more. All right, and if you're newly tuning in, Esau, the white man. All right, our chief enemy. All right, so you have no fear for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You have no fear to adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments which are written for you, whether you want to be accepted you're an Israelite or not. All right, if your father's line goes back to these 12 tribes, you are of this nation. All right, you are of this nation. It doesn't matter about any other nation but these 12. Salakia, this one nation, these 12 tribes. Salakia. This is the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Spirit. As your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them, which showed before of the coming of the just one, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers. So you've murdered the prophets, all right? You don't adhere to the words that are going out, all right? Going out with brothers on the highways and byways. Going out with other brothers doing videos. Going out when a brother crosses your path and you see something about him and you stop him. Or whether he be in a conversation witnessing to somebody else and you
13, verse 1, the heavens declare the glory of Yahweh, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
No speech, no language where their voice is not heard. You got brothers speaking in Cantonese. You got brothers speaking in Chinese. You got brothers speaking in German, sign language. What not language is not spoken of. All right, the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is being preached all over the world. All right, all over the world.
Verse 4, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun.
So the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not of Jesus Christ. All right, Jesus Christ is a false idol. He is a false idol. The name Jesus doesn't even exist. All right, J didn't exist in 1524. Came into the alphabet in 1634, 1635. All right, where it was actually into the alphabet. So the J doesn't exist. Jesus is not his name. The Bible was written in Paleo-Hebrew. If you look it up, they will call Paleo-Hebrew ancient Hebrew. All right? It was written in the ancient Hebrew and translated into every other language. That's why you can go anywhere in the world and you can't go anywhere in the world now and get a Bible, but you can go almost anywhere in the world and get a Bible. All right? Some people, some countries don't even let you have that in.
This is the prologue of the Wisdom of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiastes, for the same thing appeared in Hebrew and translated into it in another tongue has not the same force in them, and not only these things, but the law itself.
No, so it doesn't have the same force. All right? Try to translate in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, all right, into these other languages, it doesn't have the same force, but nonetheless, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to make sure that you adhere, all right, that you can hear this word in whatever language, all right? If you spoke the Paleo-Hebrew fluently, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, return that language back to us, all right, and had it plain upon basically plain upon table for everybody to see, all right, you would adhere. If you could go to the library and pull ancient Paleo-Hebrew Bible, all right, and be able to translate it yourself, you would adhere to it a little bit more. But they don't have that available to you. Why, Jake? Because like Tupac said, they don't give a fuck about you. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said it first. God, looked up a Bible and this in Hebrew. It's like $20,000, $30,000. What? I mean, if I had it, it wouldn't be nothing. But most Jakes don't have it like that. Exactly. But it says, buy it not. Sell it not. All right? Freely you receive, freely you give. Give the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? Let his children know who they are. Bring them back into remembrance. Okay? And to prove that we are the children of Israel, we're going to go ahead and touch on that right quick.
Chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt, every man in his household came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the souls that came to Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph in Egypt already.
For Joseph was in Egypt already. All right, so all these souls, 70 souls, came out to visit them, right? Read it again, just for application.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt, every man in his household, came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher, and all the souls came out of the land of Jacob were 70 souls, just as in Egypt already.
God, 70 souls. 70 souls out of Jacob. All right? As a matter of fact, quote Genesis 35. Start at 10. 35 and 10. It's 35 and 10. And then Exodus 19. Great.
Yahweh said unto him, thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel.
So Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh, all right, told Jacob his name should be what? Israel. All right, so Israel, 12 tribes of Israel came out of the loins of who? Jacob. Jacob is Israel. All right? And the laws and the statutes and commandments were given unto who? Exodus 19. So that's pretty cool.
That's the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 3. And Moses went up into the Most High, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel.
So thus shalt say unto the house of Jacob, unto the children of Israel. Jacob, Israel. All right? It is you who have the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, continue.
Verse 4. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
Obey my covenant. All right, so it goes to show you right there, Yahweh, all right, he had us enter a covenant with him. All right? We had an illusion of an option. All right? But nevertheless, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua chose us. He chose us to be his people. We didn't choose Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he chose us. All right? He chose us above all other nations to make us a special people. Above, was it some nations? Was that of 3 nations? How many nations?
All nations.
All nations. All right, it says it right here in the book. Of all nations. But Jake don't want to be above all nations. All right? Sorry for you. All right. The law, statutes, and commandments were given to Israel. The 10 commandments, all right, were given to the house of Israel. All right, the adoption pertained to who? Israel. All right. Exodus 4, Exodus 2 and 14. Yeah. I think it's Exodus 2 and 14. parts of the air is bad. Right? Had all kinds of windstorms out here in Vegas.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth. Verse 22. Verse 22. Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. Thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
You gotta speak up. Just in case you didn't hear that. Let's speak up.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
All right? So, hey, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. All right? Always pertaining to the house of Israel. All right?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law, the service of Yahweh and the promises, whose are the fathers, and whom, as concerning the flesh of the Mashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blesses forever. Amen.
So, to who pertaineth the covenant? Who belongs to Yahweh? Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? The adoption, the promises, the blessings belong to the Israelites. All right? Belongs to the Israelites.
Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and whom, as concerning the flesh of Mashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blesses forever. Amen.
So when you so-called Christians say Jesus was on the cross for all people, that script tells you right there. You a lie. You a lie. All right? You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to your congregation if you a pastor. All right? You're lying. He's not come for everybody. He's coming for the elect, first and foremost, of Israel. For the 1/3. Before that whole entire 1/3, he's coming for 144,000 elect men of Israel. Elect men of Israel. That number is 144,000 men of Israel, first and foremost. But nevertheless, hey, you ain't gonna hear it if it's not for you. If the Spirit's not working with you, you're not gonna adhere to the words of those statutes and commandments that read earlier. Whoever have an ear, let them hear. All right?
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, who stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
All right? So 144,000 elect men. All right? As the brother just read, 12,000 from each tribe. All right? Clothed in white garments. All right? This is what we hope and pray for. All right? This is what we hope and pray for. And Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, is a man that looks like you, Jake. All right? He's a so-called Negro. All right? And to prove that, just to show you that it is you. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. Verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So garment down to the foot, as you see us brothers wearing. All right? Continue.
And the girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
With the golden girdle. All right, so above the waist, a golden girdle. All right?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool. His brothers have woolly hair. All right? It's not white yet, but it's woolly.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Flame of fire, because Yahweh Shai drunk a lot of wine. All right?
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As unto fine brass. All right, what color is brass? It's like a golden brown. And you put it in the furnace, what color is it going to turn? Almost black. Right?
And his voice is the sound of many waters.
Hey, his voice, the sound of many waters. The sound of many waters. Matter of fact, we're Abaratazah, we be the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's that voice of many waters, multitude. Right? Proclaiming and speaking and preaching his word. All right? And not only his voice, because if you could hear Yahweh speaking, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai speaking directly, man, you ever seen that movie Dogma? Your head would explode. Like, you can't handle that. We can't handle that. All right? Why? Because we're corrupt. These bodies are corrupt. All right? Same as when we as a nation went into the covenant with Yahweh, and Moses went up to the mount. All right? We weren't allowed to cross a threshold. All right? If anything crossed that threshold, it surely should die. Why? Because of wickedness. All right? Right?
Daniel chapter 10, verse 6. His body is barrel, and his face as a
On the barrel is the green because he wore garments down to the foot. All right? So the body has barrel. Right? That's where you get these, what they say, the little green men from. These aliens. Well, you're right. We are aliens. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is out of this world. He's out of this world. All right?
his body was also like the barrel, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Voice of a multitude. Right? Once again, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a voice of a multitude. Okay?
chapter 16, verse 14, behold, the plagues of sin, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Hey, what are we seeing now? There was just an earthquake in Alaska, a 5.6 or a 5.3 earthquake in Alaska. All right, and along that belt where that earthquake is, right, are active volcanoes. All right, that's where. Hey, Yahweh Shai is coming. He is coming. All right.
Verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundation of the earth.
Hey, that fire is kindled. That earthquake kindled that fire for those volcanoes, right? You got brewing up, and those volcanoes are active. Look it up for yourself. Those volcanoes are active. The pestilence. I mean, you got this crown 19, all right, and then you got the Ebola virus showing back up in Africa. Then you got all kinds of new pestilence out here, all right. Hey, I don't even understand, man.
16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, turns not backward, even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
God, that's the plague of thermonuclear fire. You have much of y'all shots sending those missiles, all right, to destroy this wicked ass place, to destroy what's called Babylon, all right, spiritually Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, all right, this is that place, all right, it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, whether you adhere, whether you think, whether whatever. We don't give a damn what you think, all right, you don't give one inkling about what you think, because Yahweh Hashem Shai said so, and his word shall not return back to him void.
Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine, great death, the beginning of war, the time of sin and tears, the beginning of the evil, what shall I do as these evils shall come? Verse 18, the beginning of sorrow.
So the beginning of sorrows. What do you see now? Happy hour is gone. Happy hour is happy. Now you're in the hour of sorrow. You're sorrowful. Matter of fact, look up the word sorrow just for application.
Sorrow. Sorrow is grief, regret, trouble, care, pain, anxiety, and an emotion of great sadness associated with loss or bereavement.
So grief, sadness, great sorrow. All right. You're very unhappy. All right. The power of words. All right. The etymology. Go back into the etymology of the words of the Bible. I promise you. Through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, through the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar on down, teaching us brothers to go up and look up words, look at the etymology of words, understand this doctrine, study to show thy self-approved. All right, which is 1 Timothy 2:15. All right, so you study to show yourself approved. All right, look up the words and understand what these words are. These words are life. All right, these words provide life. And this is the warning that you're getting by from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for your salvation, Israel.
Beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death.
Beginning of famine. All right, once again, famine. The food banks around America are freaking packed. They're packed. Because people don't have enough to eat, but there's going to come a day shortly where your food banks aren't going to be there. you got Texas. You got that. I seen a video. Slocky, I forgot that brother's name, but the chick in the store showing her ass, and there ain't no food on the shelves. All right, it was assed out. God, assed out. She had her ass out. All right, because
That's part of that morning too.
God, you figure I could twerk for it, and that's what. That's what a lot of you wicked ass women are going to be thinking. All right, losing jobs and everything. Hey man, how about you outside? It's not playing. It's in slow. Yeah, hyperinflation. All right, and being that you said that, this stimulus bill is trying to incorporate minimum wage to $15.50. All right, $15.50. But that's all right. It ain't gonna happen no time soon. What does it take? Like 5 years or something? I guess they're trying to like fast track it and make it in like 3 years or something. But Alvarez we out of here in 5 months or less. 5 minutes, you know. Slocky.
Right there, talking about great day. Also, like God knows everything.
God.
And there's not something lady that she left the gas stove on, trying to keep the house warm.
Killed the whole family. She woke up in the hospital by herself. All right, by herself. And then you got the old dude freezing in his chair. All right. He was trying to watch the TV. He ended up frozen like a lobster. All right, died from hypothermia. All right, and then the freaking pileup. Accident, 100. Yeah, the beginning of that. And all that was in Texas. Hey, yeah, how about Jimmy O'Shine? He's got a humor. He's got humor for you wicked ass Jakes. All right? I will laugh at your calamity and mock you when your fear comes. All right? Go ahead and actually pull that script. Let me finish this, but go ahead and pull that script up. Yeah.
The beginning of wars and power shall stand in fear.
The beginning of wars and power. I read.
I just seen it yesterday.
And today.
Oh, you might not have seen it on the news, but
it's being talked about. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. All right? Everything that's in people's conversation is this Maxine and wars. That we may be going into a war. We may not be going into a war. Bitch, we're in a war. All right? We're in a war. Whether you care to understand, hear it, forbear it or not. All right? Go ahead.
evil, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Tribulation and anguish sent for scourges of amendment.
They want to say something.
Hey, can we ask you guys a question? Can we ask you guys a question? You guys are missionaries, right? All right, can we ask you a question? Now, do you believe we're coming into this perilous time where the world is ending? I said, do you believe we're coming into a perilous time where the world is ending? Or who you call Jesus is coming back? All right. The second coming is coming. All right, you don't mind me asking when you guys are back. Okay, from America. All right. Now, do you believe that he is coming for everybody or just one people? Can you guys prove it in doctrine? In your doctrine, can you prove it? You guys got your scripture? I know you guys missionaries always got scripture, either digitally or got them the Bible and the Joseph Smith, the Book of Mormon. We are missionaries for Yahweh Shemi Awashai. All right, who the world usually calls God, Jesus Christ. All right, because if you adhere to the doctrine, once again, you guys call him Jesus. Well, how is his name? And how did your doctrine get that it was Jesus? Right. So what the name? Your church is the name of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, right? Where's the camera from? Your church is the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, and you guys don't have to be on camera. But it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Why is your church named Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints? And
It's the church of Jesus Christ.
okay, so where did the name Jesus come from?
We believe that our church is Christ's written church that he established when he was by Holy Spirit.
Okay. Now, is there anywhere in doctrine that you can tell me the name, his name?
His name.
Yes.
Like where it says.
The name, because Jesus Christ is the Son. The Son of God saved. Let's go ahead and pull it for him. And feel free if you guys have some questions for us. Yes, I did. Yes.
It says, "For the honor of this night and that which is spoken by mine apostles, the rest they spoke, so shall it come to pass. For I will reveal myself from heaven.
The verse in the book.
So it's in Doctrine and Covenants.
Oh, so it's not out of the Bible. Okay, so Doctrine and Covenants. Can you tell me in the Bible? No Book of Mormon, no Doctrine and Covenants, just the Bible. Perfect. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm this is Darash right here. This is Karat Bazak, and I'm Ayashitab. Right. Nice to meet you guys as well. Pull Isaiah. Pull we out here at Aparatza every Saturday. Every Saturday. You know. I have to correct you. We're sharing the true word.
Oh.
Now, you know, everybody's I guess entitled to their own opinion, but there's only one truth. Right? We can agree upon that. There's only one truth. And truth and honesty. And we believe that we have the true doctrine, the 100% truth of the scriptures that are given to us by Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. Sorry, I got my glasses on, so.
You want me to get Proverbs 30 and 4?
Pull Proverbs 30 and 4.
What else do you guys like?
All we do. Is that we're like you. As you go on a mission, I believe you guys go on a mission for 2 years, right?
You do it your whole life?
So, as soon as who the world ignorantly who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, all right? As soon as he wakes you up, as soon as he gives you the doctrine and releases the Spirit, as you guys would call it, the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit, Ram Kadas, for us in Hebrew, all right? As soon as he reveals the truth unto us, we are woken up, and as men of Israel, and throughout the 12 tribes chart right here. So, tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. If you're so-called Negro, West Indian, Dominican, Guatemala, Panamanian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, the Argentinians to Chile, the Colombians to Uruguay, and Mexico. All right, you would be considered, if your father-in-law goes back to any of these tribes, you are the chosen children of who the world is called God and Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh. All right, and I mean, you guys said salvation is for everybody, right? Everybody who does good. So if they adhere to, and try to obey the commandments to the best of their ability. We'll get to a couple of those that you said, if you don't mind, because we love talking, talking doctrine. This is your job, this is our job, so we want to make sure that we can edify and make sure that we have the truth, let the truth be known. All right. So go ahead.
This is book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
All right, so we believe from that verse right there, it's one of many verses, but that verse right there, that's a new covenant that he's going to make with the children of Israel. All right, the children of Israel. If you go to, can you pull up your King James for me? That way you can follow along. Matter of fact, go back to hold that you're holding to, and go back to Exodus 1. Exodus. And which version do you have? Is it King James 1611 or King James New World Translation? Just King James? Okay. Okay. I just wanted to know, just so, All right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin. Dan, Naphtali, and Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already.
All right, so that's why we believe right there, because the covenant was given unto who? The house of Israel. All right, so that means if it was given unto the house of Israel, our forefathers would be Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those would be our forefathers. So that the covenant is always belonged to the house of Israel and Israel alone. All right, so he's going to go ahead and continue to read that quick, and then you can pull yours after you had Proverbs. Yeah. All right, if you give me 1 second just for edification, we'll go ahead and let you go, and then he'll read Proverbs, and we'll let you guys go on your way. But we're here every Saturday. If you guys want to, come out. Okay?
It's like gospel is like in different religions. Here's God in the center, and then here's all these religions. They start in a different path. I don't know. We're all trying to get to the same, starting in a different place, right?
But the book is telling us that everybody can't get to the same spot. It's saying only the children of Israel can get to that spot. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not me speaking. This is the Bible speaking. It's telling you only the children of Israel are going to be able to go and seek and have salvation. He does not. He does not. He does not love all his children. He loves his children, the nation of Israel. But yes, everybody was born from Adam. Everybody was born from Adam. All nations were born from Adam. But he doesn't love all his children. Why? Because the Bible tells you that clearly. You go to the book of, got it? I'm gonna read while he's getting that, and I promise I'll let you guys go in just a second. All right. Book of Matthew. I'm gonna start chapter 1, verse 21, and it reads, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name." I'm gonna read it verbatim for you guys. Jesus, which his name is Yahweh. All right. For he shall save his people from their sins. So who were his people? What tribe was so-called Jesus born of? He was born of the tribe of Judah. So that means if he was born of the tribe of Judah, and as we read in Exodus chapter 1, verses 1 through 5, these are those children. That's his people. So he's only coming for his people. All right, he's going to get this, he's there now, and then he's going to pull that, and that's it. Just
So this is Jeremiah chapter 33, or 31, verse 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, their God, and they shall be my people.
right. So he's saying once again, it still doesn't matter about anybody else. It only matters about the children of Israel. And now, and the reason why I ask you what your nationality is, your father's nationality, because if your father's nationality adheres to any of these, then you would be a child of Israel. If not, then you're of the other nations. If your dad is so-called white guy, a white man, he would be the nation of Esau, Edom. All right? And if you're the nation of Esau, Edom, you have a punishment coming unto you. It's not me. It's just thus saith the Bible. All right? And if you guys want to come back and know more and everything, we'll go ahead and pull out more for you. And I mean, nothing we can do and nothing you can do against the truth, just for the truth. I would be the tribe of Levi. Believed to be the tribe of Levi. So I would be the so-called priest in that aspect of the biblical text. And I know, I have family who's Mormon. So I know about your doctrine a little bit, and certain things that you guys have in temples, and certain things that you guys do in your doctrine. So, I mean, adhering to the word, me being of this word, and being of Yahweh, I have to jump. If your father's line goes back to this, hey, you're of the tribe, repent and come back. If you're of any other nation, the Bible, is not for you. That's thus saith the Bible. All right? All right? We'll give you a fist bump. All right, what are you guys' names? Bravo? Sounds like a movie.
Bravo.
All right, you guys have a good one. All right, let's go ahead and, hey, matter of fact, since we said the name, let's go ahead and pull out the name. I'm sure that sounds for edification. Yeah, let this go. Yeah, but read Proverbs 30 and 4. Yeah, they want to say something, but hey, so I had to call them out. Go ahead, break this.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
God, what is his name and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. All right? That's why we ask, what is it, Bravo and Stoops? Ask them, what's the name and how did they get the name Jesus? All right? And what's the name of the Most High? All right? What's the name of the Most High? And they couldn't answer the question. They said, that's a good question. Well, they're supposed to be elders and missionaries, right? Going out to preach the word of the Most High. All right? And they don't know his name. They don't know his name. Go ahead and read the verse again. This is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4.
who hath ascended up into heaven or descended?
Who hath ascended? Who hath went up? Or who hath came down and descended?
Who hath gathered the wind in his fists?
The wind in his fist. All right?
Who hath bound the waters in a garment?
Hey. Let's see how about Jimmy outside.
Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
It's a question. He gave you a question, and he gave you the answer. He gave you the answer in this book. You just had to adhere to the cheat code that he gave you. All right? You know how you cheat? A righteous cheat? I'll tell you, the righteous cheat code is first and foremost the fear of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Bowing down and humble yourself. All right? Humble yourself. If this stirs you up, if this word stirs you up, is bringing something in remembrance to you, bow yourself down. All right? And ask and pray. All right? Go ahead, pull that. Yeah, go.
Look at Exodus chapter 3, verse 13. And Moses said unto Yahweh, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The power of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?
Hold that. Read that again. Now he asked a question. There are two questions asked right here. The brother's going to read it one more time. One more time.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fists? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
So what is his name? Right.
Look at Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you.
God. So if you take this text and the original text that it was written in, from this translation that it's currently in English, whether it be in Greek, the Assyrian, Hebrew, and you take it to the Paleo Hebrew, that name is going to be Yahweh. All right? The Most High's name is Yahweh, who the world literally calls God. And his son is Yahweh Shai, the deliverer. All right?
Look at Zechariah chapter 14, verse 9. The Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
God. So one Lord and his name one. Right? Hey, if you are adherent to any type of doctrine where they can't tell you the name, all right? The name of the Most High, then that doctrine is not right. And then after they try to tell you the name, all right, you fact check and to make sure that that is the true name. Because a lot of people call him by a title, Jehovah, you know, God, Yahweh, Yahushua, all right? Those are titles, all right? And those are off titles because they believe it's the name. So essentially, those off titles that they're claiming are the name are false. If it's not the truth, it's a lie. God.
You don't like being called out your name.
No, they do. That's what they call my word, nigga. Cool. You know, y'all like that. That stuff ain't cool. All right, go ahead. Fuck it. We're going to get over into this RFID chip. Fuck it. I'm going to lay off of that. Uh, yeah, yeah. I like raccoons. I do. I love them. Great animal. Smart. Okay.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 13. And he doeth verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
God. So hey, everybody should know by now what the mark of the beast is. All right. If the average Edomite Christian, all right, knows the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, all right, Jake, you should know. And if you don't know, well, have a good time in your kingdom, in this kingdom that you so adhere to. All right? Because the mark of the beast is the micro RFID chip. Is the micro RFID chip. The ones that they implanted in your dog, all right? They took it out of your dog and now implanted it in you. All right? Neuralink. Elon Musk. Right? Go ahead, read it. These are the places where you can, if you don't want to adhere to the technology, then adhere to the placement of where these things are.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great,
All small and great,
rich and poor,
free and bond,
to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead.
Wait a minute. Look it up. A right hand, okay, or the forehead. Neural link. Well, where do your neurons lie? In your head. That means in your forehead, because the microchip would be on the top of your head. So Elon Musk says, and he has it in his whatever website for Neuralink. It's on the top of your head, therefore making it behind your forehead. So in your forehead or in your hand. Go ahead, continue to read.
That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
So this little size RFID chip, all right, this RFID chip, this digital pass that they're talking about, and you know it's a digital pass because all these other countries, Israel, China, right? They're already starting this program for their green cards and stuff. Green pass. Lock it. Yeah, out in Britain. Yeah, coming to a city near you. Coming to America. Too. He's coming to America too. So, all this you're seeing. All right? If you watch the news and you have the ears to hear. All right? Hey, what is it? Sweden? Sweden already got chipping parties. And China's doing chips as well. They're moving this thing along. All right? Okay. Yeah. It's moving. All right? We are in those last days. All right? The last days. And if you, Jake, you should call Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, or Cuban, Uruguay, Chile. If you take this Mexican, you take that mark of the beast, all right? Hey, thermal nuclear fire. Thermal nuclear fire. You will die by thermal nuclear fire or by pestilence. All right, by this COVID 19, Slovakia, Crown 19. You know, you know, this is all for you. These wild beasts, all right, these other pestilence are out here, and they're for you. They're for you. All right, let's put some more scripts. We're gonna go into the destruction right quick. Go ahead and close out. Isaiah 50.
All right, this is the book of Revelation. Book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That hour of temptation is that mark. All right, that's what we were just going into. That hour of temptation is that mark, this Maxine. All right, these are hours of temptation. The true temptation is what though? That RFID chip. All right, because you're not going to be able to buy, sell, or trade, and they're already setting this up because why? They have no jab, no job. No jab, no job. There's already been four or five cases that have been reported on TV about these employers letting people go because they didn't take the jab. They opted out. All right? So you opt out. That means you opt out of having a life. You opt out of being able to provide a life. Continue. So windy. I thought you already had the other one out. You got one now? These are. God, he's pulling that. It's a little windy out here. I'll get flying.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
That he's talking about is Esau Edom, right? Because Esau Edom is the one who's going to administer this chip, right? Administer this RFID chip, all right? And the nations that he's confederate with, and who's he confederate with? Everybody but Israel. Everybody but Israel, he is confederate with. All right.
And all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
Hey, that goes to show you these heathens, all right? These heathens, these other nations are on one accord. Go to Psalms 83, all right? 83. And we start at verse 3, all right? Read the whole thing, all right? These nations are confederate against Israel, all right? And this hour of temptation all these other nations as well. All right? Got it?
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. The sound of battle is the land of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How has Babylon become a desolation? I mean, the land of opportunity. You know, the land of opportunity. America. All right? The American dream. All right? This here that everybody so loves. All right? Love everything about America. You left, you got heathens who left their own country. All right? To come over here to make it in America to send money back home. All right, but now all these other countries, they're going back home. Why? Because they know America is done. It's a wrap. All right? Verse 23.
Verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How? How? Why? How? How is because of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Why? It's because of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because it's promised to you. All right? Because, go ahead. Yeah, I say to read it anyway.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. O Babylon, and thou wast not aware that thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Because, look up, for edification, look up the word snare. Just look up the word snare. That word snare does mean a trap, but this doesn't feel like a definition. And then he's going to read the script again so we can put it in context so you
Oh, okay, a snare. Something that catches you unaware. A trap.
I can see this a lot.
That's basically yeah. Catch you unaware. It's a trap.
Okay, now read the verse again.
This is how you know that's the universe. Verse 22. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
All right, so now we're reading also come. All right, how about Shimei laid a snare, laid a trap for you? Okay, he laid a trap for you. All right, your pride deceived you. All right, to think that you are. Matter of fact, go to Obadiah. Go to book Obadiah. Go to what?
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
The ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Rise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is preparing a battle for the heathen. All right,
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I, the Lord, bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is going to bring you down to other nations, right? But especially your enemy number one. Your enemy number one. That Yahweh has indignation against Edom forever. All right?
Verse 5. If these came to thee and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
God. Hey, because he steals and stole and continues to steal today. All right? That would be who? Esau, Edom. That would be America. All right? America is still stealing today. America is still trying to call the shots in all these other lands. All right? A land that is not even theirs. All right? But nothing's really Edom's, right? They don't, hey, nothing is theirs, but everything belongs to them. Why? Through robbery, rape, and murder. That's why it belongs to them. Have destroyed nations, have destroyed people. But in truth and honesty, and the only nation we care about is the nation of Israel. All right? Go ahead.
Look at Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
All right, so these other nations said, you know what, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're strong too. We can do it. We're gonna do it. All right? We're gonna go against them. You know? That's what Iran is saying. Iran in the Middle East, all of them are saying, man, I'm tired of you. I'm gonna enrich my uranium to 64%. All right? China said enough is enough. We're a world power. Our economy is strong. Russia said the same thing. Man, don't listen to them. We got Satan and Satan too. We already know that we're the devil.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh's Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen around about.
So all the heathen, that means all the other nations. All right? If you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, I don't care if you're Chinese, I don't care if you're Japanese, I don't care if you're Sudanese, I don't care if you're Ethiopian, I don't care if you're what is it? Arabs. I was about to say Hindu. Yeah, Middle Eastern. If you are not the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, it doesn't matter. All right? The good thing is, after your captivity, all right, hey, you'll be happy. But you have 1,000 years of captivity to go. And we'll get to that too.
13. Put ye in a sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, and fats overflow, for the wickedness is great.
So that wickedness of where? America. America. The whole world, but especially America. You Americans. Proud to be American. Pride we're proud as. All right? Home of the proud. Here, land of the not so free, the home of the slaves. All right? You come to America, you're coming for slavery. All right? That's what you do when you come to America, especially if you're of the 12 tribes. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1. Verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord, Hashem Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy claws, and I will bring thee forth. And all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma and the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee.
Of all these other heathen nations, all right? Russia, all right? You're going, China, Japan, all of y'all are going. All of y'all going. Going down into this valley, all right, for that third world war. For that third world war. All right? And you had here. Yeah, come on, you were here like fall to a flame. And that flame is thermonuclear fire. All right? That's that flame. It's gonna burn you up. All right? Isaiah, go to Isaiah. Would you have? Yeah, hey, that's gonna happen too. Shores of America, 13 and 1.
Look, Isaiah chapter 1. It reads, burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. It's a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
We're proclaiming that, all right? We're out here preaching and teaching this word so that you know that destruction is coming, all right? That's the destruction of thermonuclear fire.
Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yeah. So, hey, yeah. Yeah, be faithful. Yeah, they're going to be in dismay. You know? Go ahead.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 3. Lest I strip her naked and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoredoms.
Huh. Now they're going to have mercy on her children.
For their mother hath played the harlot.
Who's the mother?
She that conceived them hath done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and water, my wool and my flax, my wool and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns, and make a wall shall not find her paths.
Right? Because America is a horse. All right? America is that horse, and she sits on many waters. All right? And all the people that she's confederate with, all right? All those people that she's confederate with, most of them are going to turn on. All right? Are going to turn on that very horse. All right? She was out there giving the cookie, and everybody, hey, it was all fun when the homies could have some, but the homies can't have none now. All right? And so they got mad. Yeah, they go sell her out. It was all fun and games, right?
Verse 7. Verse 7. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. She shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then she shall say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now.
Got canceled. She got canceled. She said, you're finished. You're nothing. Sorry, Blade reference. Yeah, God. Yes, anyway.
Look at Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
God. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ, is going to come as a thief in the night. All right? He's going to come at you as a thief in the night. Continue. Slakia. And what does the thief do? He gonna rob you. All right? He's gonna righteously rob you. All right? And destroy. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Slakia. And that's what he's gonna rob you of. Your peace and your safety. All right? You thought it was good. You thought it was substance that I was talking about. Your peace and your safety. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna rob you. All right, because he came as a thief in the night.
Like earlier, it's gonna take them men away
God.
from the women. You know, you don't really be out there.
Right? Because you can do it by yourself. I'm an independent, strong woman. I can do it by myself. Well, I don't need a man. You're going to want a man, and that man ain't going to want you. You know who he going to want? He going to want a woman that is humble, meek, quiet, all right? That covers herself, all right? He's going to want the girlfriend that you use all the time. That's who he's going to want. He's going to want the girlfriend that you use, the ugly ducklings, all right? The one who stays at home but steals your friend because she's just trying to be a sister to you. He's going to use that woman while you getting everything done to you. Yeah, being with your father and your mother in Babylon. All right? Being that harlot that Babylon is, you're going to follow that same suit. Why? Because the devil is your father. All right? The devil and the wickedness of this place that you love so much, the feminist equalities and that you hold on to. All right?
Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Hey, you're not going to escape. Nope.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, as the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
God, and we have that light. All right? This light is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. If you don't have the word to understand, first and foremost, the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all right? The fear, his name, all right? To put fear in his name. Put some respect on his name, all right? Fuck my name. Fuck your name. Put some respect on his name. All right? Humble yourself. All right? You got it?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
That's true.
Chapter 16, verse 13, for strong is his right hand, have bended the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Where are we? All right. Where's America? America's at the end of the world. All right. That bow is going to be shot. What's that bow? All right. That bow and that arrow. The bow is the cylon that the ICBM sit in. The arrow, well, is that missile. All right. All right. They got these nuclear systems on these things. They what they can what is it called? Where they can maneuver and escape anti-aircraft missiles, right? So it's gonna hit the mark every time, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna make sure that it hits this mark, all right? And everywhere that he sends those arrows to, it's gonna hit the mark, right? That one earlier. Oh, no, stop. 33. Start 33.
Look at Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. It reads again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coat and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword comes to take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So Yahweh Shem Yahushua sent us out here to give you that warning. Avarat is how we be of that elect number, all right? And he sent us out here to give you the warning, to let you know that these are perilous times that we are in, not only can continue to go further into, all right? Because we're not going to sit here and keep on saying the time is coming. Damn that. The time is here. The time is now, all right? If you ain't never believed in nothing before, hey, take a look at the sign. Pick up the book. Pick up the book and understand. All right? Listen, hey, listen to the chatter in the world. All right, listen to what this world is talking about. This world is wicked. All right? Yeah, continue.
5, here he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that delivered his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpets, and the people be not warned, the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquities, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
God, so that's exactly why us brothers are out here, all right, and other brothers, all right. It's that fear that we got for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He opened this word out to us, unto us, and he said, "Get out there, right? Get out there. If you don't, I'm gonna hold you accountable. All right, I'm gonna hold you accountable regardless. But this is your best way, all right? And we're seeking salvation. You know, Abarat is how we be of that number. Out here striving for the truth and the will of the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to proclaim his coming, to proclaim his name amongst the heathens, the Gentiles. All right? The same alike, the 2/3, all right, other nations. But we're only here to wake up the elect. But we still got to tell every other nation their judgment as well. As we pulled those missionaries over. All right? They didn't want to stay too long, though. Okay, let's pull that.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
God, and we're waiting. All right? We're waiting.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope.
Hey, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai made us this way. He made us to go and to go off, all right? So we may adhere to his law, statutes, and commandments and understand the gift that he has given unto us as Israelite men and women, all right? But first and foremost, the men, the 144,000 elect men, Abaratazah, that we be of that number. But the men of Israel, the men. Then comes the women and the children. But the men, it is our duty as men of Israel, all right? Ultimately, the 144,000 elect men, first and foremost, the governing body of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But every man in Israel, it is your duty. You might not get it on this side, but you sure will have it damn right on the other side, all right? It is your duty. Continue.
Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
To be children of the Most High, all right? For those elect men of Israel to bring back the nation of Israel through their loins, ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the, hey, roughly paraphrasing, if one of you brothers want to pull it up, but this is all the duty of men. All right? This is our duty. Our brothers got anything else? That was a second. All right, second.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
And we're those fallen angels, right? And we're in these chains of darkness. These bodies are chains of darkness. What is darker than not being with your power? All right? Not being in service, all right? And to be able to be a true service and to be perfect as Yahweh Shem Yahushai made us. All right? We fell from our first estate. We fell from our first estate. That we are those angels, all right? But we had to get it right on this side because this is the way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has made it, all right? For us to adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments. For us to come back and to give him the honor, the glory, and the praise. To know, to be judges, all right? To be judges in his kingdom, all right? That he is giving unto us as a nation. to be his people. I got nothing else. Good. All right. With that, we want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listen, learning, and to the house of David, the Bayash, and Double Dot. To the next time, this is Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp. Shalom, Allah, above, above. Shalom.